Alright, so I've moved you in closer here so you can actually see some of this stuff. The lighting still isn't spectacular, but I got you another light. We're going to take this plug out here. Looks like it's just a back. There we go. It's just the back end of the adjuster. Oh, look at that. There's a needle. She's hollow, but there's probably holes in this. I see a hole there that's plugged, and this is real sticky. So this tube is probably plugged pretty good. So I'm going to have to soak it for a bit. And again, then we got to clean that hole out without, it goes right straight through, and then this one. But again, you don't want to enlarge that hole. So we'll set that there for now. And then here is what looks to be your low speed jet, which goes over to that. Take that out. That one looks good. When I say looks good, I mean the tips aren't broke off, because that happens. And this moves, so that's a good sign. So let's grab a little wrench. There we go. That came out nice. And looks like we gotta bring this out now. And then we'll be able to make sure that all of our varnish is out of there. That needle is good, but again, this side is bronze, that side is brown, and that is sticky stuff. So that's not going to run great that way. That's all got to come off of there. So, yep, and this hole here is plugged. Down on the bottom you can't probably see well, but she is plugged. There. Big yuckies. That helped. Yeah, very, very, very yucky. So probably what I'm going to do with that, now you can get carb clean that is a lot better than just power service that I use. And you could soak that and it would clean it a whole lot better. Now there's another jet down in here that I really want to take out of there, and this is one of my favorite carburetor tools. It's an old SK. Even though I like the snap-on stuff, there's sometimes there's just specific. Here's an old junk. When I say junk, I mean it's a less expensive, but it's still a nice carburetor, adjusting, whatever. But it's got some Mars to it. And when you want to take those out of there, you want to do it without, you want to be as wide as you possibly can and get in that hole. Like that one is not going to get in there. As you can see, it's just too doggone wide. And I could take this to the grinder and grind this nub and this nub off to make those straight. But I have so many other screwdrivers that there's really no reason to do that. So now I will look at my, yeah, that one's got a little bit of a bend to it. That's what happens when you twist a little more than you're supposed to twist. There, yeah. So as long as it fits across there, and it does not. It won't It won't go in there. Again, too wide. So half the battle is just finding a screwdriver. There we go. And there we go. You want to find one that fits your job. When I was growing up, my father would see me beating on something with the wrench or adjustable wrench or pipe wrench, because they make a pretty good whacker, you know. And he's like, there's a tool for every job. And that is not what that was made for. And he was right. You get these little, this is a little 8-ounce hammer. And when I was working on boats, I would say, why would anyone want such a small hammer like that? Never use that. Never would use that. And son of a gun, wouldn't you know it? Pretty soon you start working on carburetors. And that's what you want. You want something small like that to do your tappity-tappeting. Because you get out something big, you know, that you just, you know, it just doesn't make sense. Or here's a, I think this is a 32. No, this is a 24. And again, this thing would smash that aluminum housing all to bits. So you can get all different sizes. Sometimes I'll even take just this old hammer head and I'll just tap with it, because you don't want to be able to swing it, you know, like with a hammer, with the handle on it. That there, I believe it's unscrewed, so let's go back in with it. And see now it's not being friendly at all. And it was turning. Yeah, it's definitely turning. So maybe somebody's had this apart in the past and you don't want to warp on that. And that should, it's got threads all the way down in there. That should thread itself out of there. See if we can get on it with a pick. And the answer to that is no. The biggest thing is why it doesn't want to thread out of there. And also back in. That makes no sense. So I don't think it just sets in there, to be honest with you. I guess it's possible that it sets in there just like a plug on a snowmobile choke, where they just stick in the hole. When you pull them out, it chokes. Put them back in, it doesn't. It's off choke. So we'll do a couple tappity taps, and if that doesn't help, we're gonna soak it again. Yeah, she's just not moving. She is not moving, and I'm not willing to bang on it much more than that. Besides, this one here is plugged right solid with gum. Starting fluid is a great cleaner, but I don't have enough to do that, and then it smells the whole area up here, even though I'm working in a lot of free air. So we're going to put this back in there. I don't have anything else soaking in there, so we'll put that back in there. This piece here is pretty good, but we'll soak it a little bit longer. Doesn't hurt it a bit. This piece here, yeah, you can really see that crack now that it's dried up. It looks like a casting mark, but it's not. It's a crack. You can follow it around there. And it comes, that was me, sorry. And it comes around that side too. But again, that should seal. Let's hope so. Otherwise, this old girl, it's not going to live. I guess the other thing that I've done in the past is I could JB weld this side of that just to fill that crack in. That JB weld, the putty works great, but I think in this case you would have to use the 2 tubes. And obviously you got to degrease it first because I've been soaking it and soaking it and soaking it. But I'm going to put it in there also to soak, and let them get rid of some of their yuckies. This one is that one that was plugged up inside and with the little orifices are plugged. So I think that's going to be it for now. It's part 3 on this video. And I apologize for the lighting again. And I'll come back again probably tomorrow with it. But I got all kinds of old stuff. I work on all kinds of old stuff. So if you're wanting to see me work on something, and I have it, I could give you a demonstration on whatever it happens to be, and we'll just tear right into it. You just let me know what you would like to see, and if I have it, great, and if not, maybe I can get a hold of it, but or something close to it. But until then, you have a good day. Stay safe.